I hate my rental properties and I own three of them. And although I bought right, I bought in good areas, I paid good prices, I have good teams and boots in the ground and good contractors and all this stuff. They suck. Like these properties suck. And in this video, I'm just gonna like sit here and yap about why I hate my rental properties because I feel like people talk about it, but also not. And everybody's like chasing passive income. And that's what I was doing with these properties. I'm like moving my hands a lot, but that's what I was doing. But I hate these houses. And I would say one of the main reasons is they're hard for me to manage because I live 5 hours away from where I bought them to where I live. And that makes it way harder to manage the tenants, contractors, and the house. I highly don't recommend buying a rental property 5 hours away from where you live. The only reason I did was I just had like a good opportunity arise. And I live in South Florida. I live in Fort Lauderdale. And prices here kind of suck for like rental properties, where in Central Florida they're more reasonable. When it comes to my three properties, I bought the first two in 2023 and then I bought the third one in 2024. So that's my three. I haven't bought another one since. I've had like PTSD. Like I don't want to like manage another one, but I every year I'm like I'm gonna buy another rental, but I haven't done it in 2 years. So that's kind of crazy, actually. This year, maybe, probably not. Second one I bought in 2023 actually has been doing really well. The tenant pays on time. I actually ended up, initially it was a rental property, but then the tenant wanted to like own. So I actually ended up doing a wrap on it. So instead of like me owning the house and renting it to him, it was kind of like a rent to own situation. So he owns it and manages the property and like repairs. And then I just get like a little bit of a cash flow. But when it comes to the first and the third ones, and coincidentally, these ones are like a street away from each other. These ones suck. I've talked about these houses a lot. If you're familiar with the channel, if not, it's all good. But these houses suck. I hate these houses so much. Now, part of the reason is I'm far away, but also part of the reason is I've had nonstop tenant issues with these houses. For example, on my first house that I own, I just posted a video. I posted like a long form and a short form video about how my tenant went to jail and she trashed my house. It was a furnished rental. So I had all the furniture in there. It used to be an Airbnb. So it was like nice Airbnb type furniture. And then I was renting it at a higher rate because of the furniture was included. And she trashed the house. And I just invested $2,500. I was up in the area for a week. Had to get an Airbnb. So that was like $100 a night as well. So that's $700 right there. Not included in the 25. So really I invested like $3,200 into this house. I had to refix the whole house. So I had to repaint it. I had to buy like all this new stuff, new blinds and, trash out and just all this stuff. And it was trashing on my own furniture, which sucked because she destroyed all my furniture and she's in jail and she didn't have consistent income because she did OnlyFans and it's impossible to chase down the rent. So I lost like 5 to 6K in rent loss and then also 25 to 3,000 in whatever. So like I'm out 9 to 10K on the house. Kind of. So that sucks. And then now I have to find a new tenant. And finding a new tenant isn't always easy because now I'm like more selective, which means my house is going to be vacant longer. So now I've had the house vacant for almost 2 weeks. And I'm like, dang, we're almost in August. When I'm posting this, it might be in August, or when you're watching this, it might be in August. And like, I haven't found that person because I'm trying to be more selective so I don't have tenant issues. But then you have to pay, you have holding costs, So this is just me like rambling here. But yeah, that house sucks. It's awful. And then I just refinanced that house. So it's at a 6.5% interest rate now, which isn't bad, but it's not good. You feel me? And the house maybe cash flows $200. So it's like, imagine like all this like mental bandwidth that I'm doing for like $200 a month. It's really not worth it. It's not worth it. And like I would need, let's say I want to make 10K a month on my properties. How many would I need to get that? Like a lot. You feel me? So it's just tough. I don't enjoy that business. I also don't enjoy managing people. I think being a landlord really shows you like the truth about humanity. You feel me? Like you see people at their worst. You see people like just being like just tough. Like you meet people at their best when they're moving in and when they're moving out, sometimes they're at their worst. And it's like you just see like the truth about like humanity. You see human nature and stuff, and that sucks. And it sucks especially when you have like a little bit of a relationship with the tenants and then you see them like get to this point in their life where like my last tenant that is now in jail, I really liked her at the beginning. She was a single mom, and now I hate her. I don't hate her, but like I'm disappointed. So I would say that's that. And in my third property, I refinanced this one in 2025, I think. And that one has an interest rate of 7.8%, which is awful. That interest rate is terrible. Got my taxes and insurance increased like almost 3,000. So it increased my monthly payment $200 a month. So before I was cash flowing just around $100. Now I'm losing $100 on that property. So I'm actually losing money by owning a rental property. So like that's the opposite of financial freedom. It's like I'm losing money. On top of that, the tenant is late, and she's been with me for over a year, like a year and a half, let's say. And she's been good until May of this year. So she's been good for like 14, 15 months or whatever. I don't even know. I'm just ballparking. But she lost her job, and then she had some health concerns and some personal issues. And now she's behind rent 2 months. And it's like, okay, I can evict her, which I'm like close with her. She's nice lady. She has a nice family. I can evict her. I'm giving her an ultimatum right now. So that's where I'm at in this stage. So hopefully she makes a payment by tomorrow. We'll see. But I can evict her, right? And then the eviction could take a couple weeks, and then a couple more weeks to find a tenant. So that could be a month to a month and a half. That's an additional $2,500 down the drain. Or I can try to wait it out, but then I'm paying the mortgage. I'm paying $2,500 a month. So it's a tough position to be in my opinion. I don't enjoy it. I think as I scale, I'm going to get a property manager, because I just don't enjoy being with these managing tenants. And then I could just gonna, yell at my property manager for not collecting rent. But it's just tough, man. You see these people, and it's not enjoyable. It's something I've not enjoyed. I've not enjoyed these properties. I just hope that like I find a good tenant, I could just plug it in and look away. You feel me? And luckily my active income is good enough where I can live off my active income, and I don't need to rely on this passive income. But yeah, I just hate my rental properties. I don't enjoy them. And my goal is to buy more, even though I'm sitting here ranting, probably not in the same area, closer to where I live, but buy more. And hopefully in 10 years it pays off, because I think back to like somebody buying rental properties 10 years ago, what a great investment they made, especially in like a high demand market like South Florida. A rental property, for example, my father was buying rental properties in South Florida for 120K 10 years ago, and those houses are worth 500K now. It's like, bro, what? I'm jealous of anybody that bought properties, like investment properties, pre 2021. You got so lucky. You're so lucky, because I don't know if we'll ever see that again. But that's like my goal, and that's why I hate my rental properties, and I'm just gonna kind of sit on them. I do want to buy more, but these ones just gave me so much PTSD that I don't want to buy more at the same time. I don't think it's like as attractive as people make it out to be, where I came into real estate like I want to own all these rental properties, and then I've just had nonstop issues. It could be a me thing, could be where my properties are located, but I think it's like a universal thing as well, where like I talk to sellers all the time, and they're like, yeah, like they just don't have equity and their mortgage payments are too high. And that's kind of where I'm at in a way. So luckily I bought them well enough where like when I was able to refinance it, I got money out. You feel me? So I didn't do terribly, but yeah, this is just me yapping here. I don't enjoy my rental properties. That's like the sum of this video. I can make more videos about this if you guys are like curious, I guess. But it's not like a good business to be in. And that's why like my huge goal is to own like a huge apartment building. That would be cool. It's like more rental property, but it's such a good business on paper, but it's not. All right, that's enough yapping. Yeah, hate rental properties. Let me know what you think.